Hello and welcome back to more WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's soccer, live here today from the Michigan Soccer Complex. It is a beautiful Halloween morning. Sun shining, a couple clouds in the sky, and not too cold. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, I've got my main man, Owen Crain, and later it's going to be Ryan Dolson. How you doing today, Owen?
I'm good, Charlie. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. A little bit warmer than last time we were up here, huh, Ryan?
Absolutely. Thank God for that, too. It's a beautiful day for some Big Ten playoff soccer.
Couldn't agree more. Both teams starting to take the field for introductions. Michigan in all blue today. Blue jerseys, blue shorts, blue socks. Penn State in the white tops, blue shorts, and white socks. Hillary Beal, Michigan's goalkeeper, in the maize. And on the other side, Penn State in the bright green. Very easy to see, and it should shake out to be a pretty good day.
Absolutely. This should, like you just said, turn out to be an exciting game. If you recall, a few weeks ago, WCBN had coverage of Michigan versus Penn State right here at the soccer complex. It was much colder, like you mentioned. Michigan escaped with a nice 2-0 win after Penn State started off in what can only be described as slow. They were unable to get the ball out of their back end, and they just didn't have that offensive push that the Wolverines brought against the Nittany Lions. The Wolverines absolutely dominated that first half. They get a goal. Second half, a fantastic, wild play like nothing we've seen before led to their second goal of the game. If you recall it, I believe it bounced off of
that front left shoulder of Danielle Wolf, shot about 50,000 feet in the air, and then somehow, with a little help from the football gods, made its way into the back of the net.
Absolutely.
So with that, both teams breaking their huddles, and we should be good to go here shortly.
Now, the big question today is, how does Penn State come out of the gate? Like we talked about last week, a little slower. Michigan absolutely took it to them. They brought the intensity. They brought the offense. I'm expecting a much more aggressive Penn State offense today. A lot less recycling of the ball in the back end, a lot less resetting, and a lot more intensity on the pitch. The Wolverines
should have a pretty good one lined up for them today. The Wolverines currently breaking their huddle. Penn State breaking theirs as well. And it looks like we are just about set to go.
I'm excited. This should be a great game. Wolverines ranked 17th nationally, 3rd in the Big Ten. Right now, Penn State ranked 6th in the Big Ten. They're 5-5. The Wolverines 6-2-2.
This is the first round of the Big Ten women's soccer tournament. Michigan, as my colleague Owen just said, currently the 3 seed in this tournament, playing Penn State the 6th. The winner of this game will face off on November 4th. That game will be at 4 p.m. They will play the winner of number 2 seed Purdue versus Ohio State. Plenty of soccer action coming up. Going right down the list, we'll read you off the Big Ten standings for this tournament really quickly. Rutgers is number 1, Purdue 2, Michigan Wolverines at 3, MSU at 4, Iowa at 5, Penn State Nittany Lions at 6, Ohio State Buckeyes at 7, and rounding out that 8th spot and the last spot in this tournament is the Wisconsin Badgers. Rutgers soccer this year has just been absolutely dominant, especially on the women's end, currently sitting at 10-0 in the conference. Obviously, to any fan of Big Ten soccer, the current favorites to win it. And things are off, and we are right into the action. Michigan wasting no time getting aggressive here and taking the ball right away from Penn State. Michigan will take their time, swinging it right around the horn. It's Tolbert bringing it up towards midfield now. She'll shoot it up. That one's going to go right into the right foot of Sammy Woods, trying to make some space. She'll pass it off to the far side to Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez now trying to make some space for herself. Swings it back to Woods. Penn State showing a little bit of pressure early, something that, Owen, you mentioned earlier, that we didn't see much from them, in that first matchup.
Yeah, they're on the Wolverines right now. The Wolverines dominating and controlling the ball so far, but Penn State absolutely playing a stronger, aggressive game in the first minute of this matchup.
Martin over to Tolbert. Tolbert to the far side to Hernandez, looking for a gap. That one passed up to Loftman. Loftman with a nice pass up to Sammy Woods. She had some space, elected to bring it back out. It was Ellie Wheeler right there on the coverage, covering a lot of ground to get in there and knock that one out. We've yet to see Penn State go out on the offensive attack in the past 2 minutes of this game. To start it off, Michigan has pretty much held the ball for the entirety of it. Tolbert bounces it off a Penn State player and retains possession. And Aaliyah Martin, just a little bit of miscommunication there, just lofts that one up into the stands. And Penn State's going to get their first attack here. It'll be a Bello to throw in. Looking for something here. Sammy Woods almost jumped her pass, but nice pump fake allowed her to reset. Penn State now got a little bit of momentum and miscommunication there on this near side between Allie Schlegel and Natalie Wilson. Wilson just handed it over to Michigan. Loftman now trying to create space. Passes over to Riviere. She swings it back to Sydney Shepard. And now Penn State coming up, showing a little bit of pressure early. Martin swinging all the way across back to Tolbert. Tolbert up to Stratigakis. Stratigakis to Hernandez on the far side. We know Nikki Hernandez has some speed, and Penn State misplay there is going to lead to another Michigan throw, and it's going to be Hernandez. So I was saying, Nikki Hernandez has plenty of speed on that outside. You definitely know she can make her defender miss. Throwing right to Stratigakis. Hernandez to the middle to Sammy Woods. Woods had about 3 defenders around her. Decides to reset and kick it back out. Stratigakis looking for a goal now. Tried to get the ball through towards number 19, Coletta, but Penn State's going to take it away. Penn State swinging it all around the horn back to Abello. Then Abello back to Wheeler. And they're going to reset. This is that kind of 3-man game that we saw a lot from them back in game 1.
Yeah, Penn State notably hanging back with the ball a lot. They're recycling, resetting, and they just haven't had that offensive burst that we kind of thought we'd see from them in the first 5 minutes of the game yet.
Penn State still yet to get the ball over midfield. It's Loftman and Hernandez up currently, providing a little bit of pressure. And that pass is going to be taken right away by Tolbert. Bounced up in the air for a couple minutes, and then Hernandez is going to take it away. She'll reset, swing it back to Aaliyah Martin in the backfield. Martin taking her time, weighing her options. This one a long pass up. It's going to be Stratigakis using her speed to get up to it. Penn State recovers well. Michigan doesn't have numbers. Hernandez is going to cross one towards the middle. Penn State right there to head it away. Corey Dyke, the junior from Littleton, Colorado, on the defense there. Here's some oohs and ahs in the Michigan crowd as Sammy Woods gets absolutely bodied right there by the goal. The left shoulder of Ellie Wheeler connecting hard. Be a goal kick for Asman. Nothing too crazy. Light tap into Maddie Myers, and Penn State's going to go back into this around the horn type look. Myers looking up now, and right there is Coletta to take it away. Hands it right back over to Penn State. They'll retain possession. Neither team with the real scoring chance yet. Michigan really the only one on the board with a corner kick. That's about it.
And between the two, Michigan notably with far more offensive zone time than Penn State. They've been controlling the ball some, but only in their back end.
That was really the story of the match last time these two met. Back the same night as Michigan Madness. Michigan just really had all the time of possession. Penn State really didn't have time at all to get anything going. Jade Riviere with a nice steal there. She's going to swing it all the way across. That one was intended for Sarah Stratigakis, but Penn State right there. Olivia D'Amico, the sophomore from Victor, New York, right there to take it away. Just as I say that, Asman boots it out towards her player and over the head of Maddie Myers. So Michigan going to get it again. It's Tolbert looking for Coletta in the middle. Coletta doing a nice job boxing out a defender there. Pass up towards Loftman. Loftman swings it to this near side to Jade Riviere. Michigan has a nice opportunity here. Riviere coming up. That one just wide left. A nice shot from well outside the box from Jade Riviere.
First solid opportunity from the Wolverines we've seen so far in this game. We'll see more of those as they continue to control this ball. Penn State right now looking just like the slow start team that we saw a few weeks back. Unable to control the ball in Michigan's zone, and they're really just holding back right now.
Clock ticking down towards 38 minutes. It's still 0-0 here in Ann Arbor. Penn State going to try to get something going here. Michigan is absolutely deadly when they get on the board first. Looking at their stats this season, Michigan currently has a record of 8-0-1 when leading at halftime, and a record of 8-1-1 when scoring first. So the Nittany Lions, that stat has to be sitting in the back of their mind, and they're going to have to look to get aggressive early. Just as I say that, they've got a little bit of a fast break. They're moving up towards the net. Nice pass up. Shot on goal. That one well out wide right. Pass came from Allie Schlegel towards the right foot of Sam Coffey. Just a little bit too far for her. Had to slide and try to retain possession. But the Michigan defense just collapsed on the Nittany Lions as soon as they got near their territory.
And that's what you'll see. The defense will do almost at all times a very strong job of keeping Penn State players outside of that box, keeping them away from the net and ensuring that they can't get any true solid shots on Beal.
Hawkinson up to Loftman. Loftman now to Stratigakis. Nice loft pass up towards Hernandez. And again, the Penn State defense just swarming. Penn State looks hungry today. Much more aggressive than that game. Exactly 10 days ago it was, October 21st, that Michigan took that 2-0 victory here in Ann Arbor on that cold, rainy night. Michigan now maybe has a little bit of something going here. Stratigakis lofts it up towards Sammy Woods. Woods had some momentum. She's going to take a shot, and it's blocked right back at her. Penn State defense doing a nice job. It was Ellie Wheeler there to knock it away.
Biggest difference, like you pointed out, that I've noticed between this game and the game 10 days ago between these two teams is Penn State's defensive ability to swarm these Michigan players and put the pressure on them. Michigan, the first 10 minutes of the game compared to last week, they just haven't been able to get the shots off that they had or those opportunities in the box in front of the net.
Hernandez passes up towards Loftman. Loftman up to Hawkinson, crosses back to her left foot. Slides, takes a shot on goal. Hernandez got it back, couldn't handle it well, but Michigan able to get it back. Riviere towards the middle, towards Galetta. She'll take her time, reset back to Tolbert. Tolbert looking to make something happen here. Crossing towards the middle. Lofts this one up from well outside the box. And Abello's just going to kick that one away to keep it safe. It'll be a Michigan corner.
Michigan's second corner kick of the game. Right now they're leading in shots 3-0 against Penn State. Of course, still 0-0 on the board.
It'll be Loftman to take this one. Hernandez and Shepard up right near the box. Sammy Woods and Talia Tolbert right there as well. Loftman up in the air towards the net. Header from Nikki Hernandez! And the Wolverines score first!
Almost exactly 10 minutes into the game. What a well-executed corner kick we just saw from the Wolverines. And you talked about how deadly they are when they score first. This is exactly the energy Michigan was looking for coming into this game, starting early. Just what an absolutely beautiful play we just saw there.
As if Michigan needed any more motivation and momentum coming into this game after going 2-0 to end the regular season. They knock one on the board first, and now Penn State's got to play catch-up.
And this is what we saw last game, too. Penn State with a slower start, not too aggressive. The defense, like we've been talking about, has been doing a better job this game. But once you let Michigan control that ball, opportunities just slowly start to roll in, and the Wolverines will take advantage.
Hernandez, the fifth-year senior, getting her team going here early in the Big Ten tournament. And Michigan staying aggressive, taking the ball right away from Penn State. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin now, dribbling up, weighing her options. Doing a nice job making her defender miss. She's got all the space in the world and all the confidence in the world as well. Penn State quickly kicks it out of balance to try and cut that momentum, but it'll stay Michigan ball. Hernandez, quick throw into Loftman. Loftman with, of course, the assist credit on that last goal from Hernandez. Aaliyah Martin will swing it all the way around to Sydney Shepard. 34 minutes on the clock here. Nice pass up from Shepard. And Sarah Stratigakis has all sorts of room. Stratigakis towards the middle to Hawkinson. Hawkinson up to Sammy Woods. And we're going to have a whistle. Michigan looks like called for offsides there. It'll be Asman to kick it away. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Michigan up 1-0. You know, obviously, Owen, since this is the Big Ten tournament, every team that you're going to play you've seen and you are very familiar with. But in this case for Michigan, since their last time playing Penn State just 10 days ago, they've only had one game since then. And they played a Maryland team who, by all intents and purposes, is not very good. They were last in the Big Ten at number 14 coming into the regular season in the preseason rankings. Did not make the Big Ten tournament. So really the last real competition these Michigan Wolverines had was Penn State back on October 21st, and they handled them pretty well.
You can absolutely tell that the Wolverines have Penn State's style of play in their muscle memory right now. They are looking for those gaps in their defensive structure because they know that is where they will win this game. The defense right now for the Wolverines, not too worried about the Penn State offense. They haven't had that many fast breaks. They're not doing a good job controlling in the Wolverine zone. So Michigan right now focused on those offensive opportunities that they can gain against a much stronger defense where they put a lot of pressure on the Michigan forwards. And once they find those cracks, that is where they will win this game. Just like that corner kick, a beautifully placed kick, a fantastic header by Hernandez, and it's 1-0. Michigan up 13 minutes into the game.
Rachel Wasserman for Penn State coming up, applying a little bit of pressure. Penn State now on the offensive attack. Nice pass up. Nice move back to her right. Shot blocked by Sydney Shepard. It's still in play. It's going to be Penn State ball. Penn State wanted a handball, and Michigan able to hold strong and kick it away. Allie Schlegel had the best opportunity for Penn State all day. Unable to find the back of the net. Michigan's just going to boot it away, and Penn State's going to have to reset and go again from the complete opposite end of the field.
You know, I'm 2 for 2 so far after talking about how Penn State's not having many offensive opportunities. They come down on a fast break.
Michigan fans everywhere are just praying and crossing their fingers that you don't keep saying that. Ball swung into the middle of the field. Scheiman back towards Ellie Wheeler. We're going to have a whistle quickly. It looks like we got an injured Penn State player down in the field, completely away from the action. Jade Riviere comes over to check on her really quickly.
Always a nice gesture to see them do that, especially in the playoffs. Tensions can run high, but it's nice to see some sportsmanship among these players. Strong sense of mutual respect among these two teams. A physical game towards the end when they last met 10 days ago. But these are two strong soccer teams. Absolutely have a lot of respect for each other. Just trying to pick each other's defenses apart right now.
The injured player was Allie Schlegel, so Michigan will be able to go over and grab a quick drink as Schlegel recovers. Jade Riviere will bring her over a bottle of water is, like you said, a friendly gesture. Clock currently stopped at 31:40 left in the first half. If you're just tuning in, the Michigan Wolverines up 1-0. That lone goal coming off the head of Nikki Hernandez on a nice pass on a corner kick from Rayleigh Loftman.
An absolutely beautiful placement there. The Wolverines dominating offensively so far with 4 shots to the Nittany Lions. 2 corner kicks for the Wolverines, 0 again for the Nittany Lions.
Penn State back out on the attack now. Try to get a nice pass over midfield, but a little bit too far and bounces up into the stands. Few fans over there on the far side. Some students wearing costumes today.
I am loving the Halloween spirit today. It's nice to see it. Just a good reminder of, that's what fall's all about. Halloween, playoffs, and crisp air.
Coletta to the near side to Shepard. Shepard to Riviere. Trying to make one defender miss. Using her body to gain space. Pass up to Loftman. Stratigakis coming up, getting physical now, and we're going to have a whistle. That one's going to go on Penn State. It's going to be on Scheiman. She was all over Stratigakis there. "30 minutes left. It'll be Loftman to kick it away. She showed her passing ability all season long. Now 6 assists on the season. This one beautifully placed up towards the front, but Scheiman right there to head it away. Michigan gets it right back. Martin dribbles one towards the goal, but that's going to be an easy save for Asman. Michigan's had plenty of opportunities here, leading the shot counter. 5-2. They've also got 2 corner kicks to their name, and the most important stat of them all, the only goal on the board. 1-0 sits the score as the clock ticks under 30 minutes. Tolbert showing off her speed there to recover on the defensive end. Both her and Olivia D'Amico hit the turf. Pass up, Shepard kicks it away. It's going to go right back to the Nittany Lions. They were deep in Michigan territory. The defense holding strong and applying a little bit of a cushion there for veteran goalkeeper Hillary Beal.
Penn State resetting once again in their back end, something we see them do quite a lot as the Wolverines head into their zone to play defense.
Carriabello passing up. That one towards Wasserman in the corner. We're going to have an offsides call, and it's going to go the other way.
I'd say that was the first successful example of Penn State bringing the ball back and resetting. Of course, before the offsides call, they just haven't been able to get it out of their zone. Now they're finally trying to take it back, pause for a moment, and send the ball back. A first instance we've really seen of it working so far today.
Shepard up to Loftman. Loftman gives it right back. Shepard back to Loftman. Penn State putting a little bit of a blender there. Nice pass all the way up. Sammy Woods is in a foot race with Weiserman. Scheiman rather, is just going to kick it away. And that one should be another Michigan corner kick.
Third of the game so far, given that we're only 15 minutes into this match. Keep giving the Wolverines opportunities like that. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see 2-0 by the end of the half.
28:30 left on the clock here. Michigan leads 1-0. Penn State having flashbacks of that last corner kick. Nice pass from Loftman again. Nikki Hernandez came in, but this time it's going to be Penn State that heads it the opposite direction. Allie Schlegel right there on it. Riviere on the complete opposite side of the field now. Over to Aaliyah Martin. Martin up to Coletta. Coletta with a nice pass up towards Shepard. Fields it cleanly. Passes Nikki Hernandez. Nice through ball. She's got Hawkinson. Hawkinson towards the middle, and that one, miscommunication between her and Loftman. You can see that Hawkinson's very frustrated. Michigan had a great opportunity there.
Absolutely. Hard to not call that one wasted. She honestly had a great shot, too. Instead, an errant pass to nowhere. And it's going to be a Michigan throw-in from just outside the corner.
Riviere to throw in. Penn State giving her plenty of space. Fakes the throw in towards the net and just going to elect to dribble it in towards Loftman. Loftman over to Shepard. Swinging it around the horn. Martin. Martin to Tolbert. Tolbert now moving up, applying some pressure. Using her physicality to create some space. Penn State, some nice defense there to take it away. Sam Coffey using that right knee. Ball ricochets off the referee, and we're going to have a quick whistle, and Penn State's going to retain possession. That one bounced off his chest and into the foot of Coletta. And just like that, Penn State gives it right back. Jade Riviere tripped up. Nice spin move away from Scheiman, and Scheiman just gets her foot caught up in the middle of it. 26:30 left to play. Michigan still leads 1-0.
Credit to Riviere there, drawing the foul. Of course, in what was about to be a fantastic spin-away play.
Tolbert back towards the middle to Shepard. Shepard over towards Leah Martin. Her and Loftman just working back and forth right now. Back to Loftman. Loftman up towards Sammy Woods. Woods signaling towards the corner. That pass up intended for Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis covering a lot of ground to try and get up to it. Penn State doing a nice job moving it away. Sam Coffey resets to Ellie Wheeler. Wheeler to the far side to Myers. Working up the sideline. She's going to hand it over to Tolbert, and Michigan's going to go on the attack now. Yet to see a substitution here for either team. 25:40 left to play here in the first half. Both teams definitely getting their cardio in today. Ball passed over towards Aaliyah Martin. She's working her way up on this near side now. Pass up intended for Sammy Woods, but Scheiman right there to take it away. Swing over to Myers. Penn State now trying to apply some pressure. We've yet to see an offensive play really have any success in the past few minutes here. Dyke's pass ricocheted all around, eventually finds Aaliyah Martin on the opposing side. Just tuning in, the Michigan Wolverines currently lead 1-0, 25 minutes left to play here in the first half. Pass up to Loftman. Loftman back towards the middle. Michigan got something going now. Up to Sammy Woods. A little bit too far for her to handle. Penn State doing a nice job just boxing out. Corey Dyke there using her own physicality.
A lot of touch and go, give and go, and turnovers happening in the midfield today.
Miscommunication by D'Amico and Abello there, and Sydney Shepard doing a nice job just making the right read, coming up and jumping that pass.
Again, these turnovers in the midfield really hurting Penn State as Michigan continues to reclaim the ball and then go on offensive streaks.
Hernandez using her speed to gain a lot of ground. Pass up to Loftman. Loftman shot on goal to the right, and that's going to find the back of the net. Asman laid out to her left-hand side, but couldn't get there in time. Hernandez opens up the field with her speed. Nice pass over to Loftman. And Loftman does what she does best, her 8th goal on the season.
In her 5th in the last 6 games, including today, 4 of the last 5 coming into today's match. She's already got an assist on the day. That's 2 points to Loftman's name, absolutely being a playmaker so far. And like I was just saying, those turnovers in the midfield absolutely destroying the Nittany Lions right now. They turn it over at the midfield. The Wolverines had on an offensive streak. And frankly, not even the best shot, but they just get those opportunities as they stack up. The Wolverines will put goals on the board if you give them the chance.
Script flipped a little bit there. Michigan scored their first one off the head of Nikki Hernandez, assisted by Loftman. This time they flipped the script. Hernandez with the pass up to Loftman, and Loftman doing the heavy lifting there. Michigan with their first substitution in this game. Danielle Wolf is going to check in for Sammy Woods. Hawkinson takes it right away. Pass up towards Danielle Wolf, trying to get involved early. That one just wide left. Woods.
Danny Wolf coming in and immediately making her presence felt on the pitch. What a fantastic offensive streak we just saw from her. That break, she managed to split the defense right in between them. Almost got by the tendy too, and it's just to the left of the net.
One more substitution for the Michigan Wolverines. It'll be Skylar Anderson to check in for Tamia Tolbert. A few substitutions as well for the Nittany Lions. Asman's going to kick it away. 23 minutes left here in the first half. Michigan completely in the driver's seat and completely in control of all the momentum here in Ann Arbor. Abello working up the far, or near sideline rather, passes up. He's got Wasserman with plenty of room to work. Sydney Shepard now coming up, trying to apply some defense. Pass towards the middle, laying out for it is Schlegel, but couldn't quite get there in time. Hillary Beal was right there waiting in anticipation. Penn State still on the attack though. Michigan hands it right back over. Penn State still in possession of this ball. Sam Coffey swung back to the outside to Dyke. Dyke to the near side to Abello. Taking her time up to Wasserman. Wasserman, nice fancy pass there. And Jade Rivera's just going to slide and kick that one away. Great defense there by the veteran player in this Michigan lineup.
And that's what Michigan has done a great job so far, is keeping those Penn State players, keeping the ball to the outside. We saw an opportunity as they attempted to kick it in, but still, no Penn State player, as I rephrase this, has been able to get a solid direct shot on net. We've seen a lot of kicks from the sides, from the corners, but we haven't seen any true opportunities from right in front, and that's because this Michigan defense is holding strong.
Scoreboard tells the story here. Score sits at 2-0. Shots in favor of Michigan, 7-2. Absolutely battering Asman there in goal. Shepard using her body to create space, and we're going to have a whistle. See who that one goes against, and looks like it will be on Penn State, so it'll be, or correction, it'll be on Michigan. It'll be Penn State ball.
Interesting call there, as Sydney Shepard was, like you said, getting battered in between. It was like pinball, bing bong, right against 2 Penn State Nittany Lions. Ref's going to award them with the ball there. I'm not sure if I agree with the call as the Michigan defense moves back into their own end.
Corey Dyke passes up to Abello. She's got some room to work. Crosses back from her left to her right, now back to her left, moving towards the sideline. That one passed up towards the middle. Skylar Anderson, great defensive play right there, and Coletta kicks it away.
Again, doing a great job of keeping that ball out of the front of the net. No Penn State players able to get their foot on it before Michigan defenders there first.
Michigan defense really helping out their goalkeeper, Hillary Beal. She hasn't had to do too much here. We're going to have a quick whistle, and again, looks like it's Allie Schlegel once more down on the ground. We saw play have to stop earlier to kind of let her catch her breath. She drops down to a knee for the second time today. She's going to be helped off by teammate Sam Coffey.
She's been a power player for the Nittany Lions. Hopefully she's able to get back out there and help her team soon recover from whatever's knocking her down right now. 20 minutes remaining in the first half. 7 shots to Michigan's name, only 2 to Penn State. And that's really what's driving this game so far while we have a pause. Now, would you say, 10 days ago, are we seeing a similar pattern to what emerged last game? Michigan offensively controlling, not having to do too much in the back end, and Penn State kind of playing defense the whole time?
At least that's what it looks like through the eye test, and the scoreboard definitely tells the same story. If you're just tuning in to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's soccer, the Wolverines currently up 2-0 with 20 minutes left in the first half on 7 shots to Penn State's 2. Those goals coming from Nikki Hernandez and Rayleigh Loftman, respectively. Yeah, they've just been completely in control of this game. Penn State really hasn't been able to get anything going on deep in Michigan territory, and anything that they have, Hillary Beal's been all over.
There, 20 minutes left in the first half. Right now, if you're Penn State, you're probably thinking we have to ramp up the intensity and pressure on offense, because Michigan's back check here in terms of their ability to get back and put that pressure on the minute Penn State gets the ball has just been incredible. Penn State, another thing that they need to work on right now, their turnovers in the midfield are costing them. That second goal, a direct result of a turnover at midfield, as I believe it was, I think it was, or that second goal coming off of Loftman's foot after a Michigan offensive player recovered it in the midfield. And Penn State, they just need to do a better job controlling altogether and bringing the offense.
Yeah, Michigan's just been much more aggressive. Give you a quick update on that injured player, Allie Schlegel. She'll head to the sidelines, and it'll be Jordan Caniff checking in for her, the junior from California, Maryland. Yeah, back to that second goal coming in from Loftman. Really, that entire play was created by Nikki Hernandez using her speed. As I say that, she comes off the field. She'll get a quick rest. Substitution will come in for her, but Hernandez just using her speed to cover a lot of ground. We mentioned it earlier in the game on that far sideline. She can create space and get deep into Penn State territory pretty much at will, and that's all she needed to do on that last possession.
Absolutely, and she'll take a quick break. Michigan will send her back in shortly, I'm sure, as they rely on her for a lot of their offensive breaks, like you said, as play resumes here at the Soccer Complex.
Sarah Bridenstine will check in for her. Have a quick whistle. That's going to go against the Wolverines, so it'll be Penn State ball. Maddie Myers hit the turf there. 20 minutes left to play here in first half action. 2-0 still sits the score. That pass all the way across. Jade Riviere right there on top of it. Heads it away, but Scheinman recovers. Penn State now looking up towards the middle. Michigan takes it right away. It's going to be Stratigakis now with plenty of room to work. Moving up towards her left side. A little bit of a hesitation pass up intended for the new substitution, Bridenstine, but Penn State right there to take it away. Under 20 minutes left on the clock now. Abello coming up, trying to create some space. She's just moving up at will here. Michigan not really applying any pressure, and Penn State just turns it over. That one just completely... They say that they somehow fight it back. Jade Riviere hit the ground, was kind of getting boxed out by the substitution, Jordan Caniff. Abello now with a chance to do some damage. This one, pass towards the middle. Shepard kicks it away. Aaliyah Martin right there to recover. She's going to try to kick it out.
And once again, Michigan's defense holds strong in the box, keeping that ball out as it's sent back into the midfield.
Wasserman will swing it all the way back across the pitch. Martin now heads it away. Loftman heads it away, and Danielle Wolf will kick it towards this near sideline. Penn State able to recover and get possession back. 18:40 left to play here in the first half. Michigan still up by 2. As we mentioned, that stat from earlier, Michigan 8-0-1 on the season when leading at halftime, 8-1-1 on the season when scoring first. So if you're Penn State, that's got to be sitting in the back of your mind right now, and you would love to get at least 1, if not 2, before we head to the halftime break. Shepard swings it all the way across towards Skylar Anderson. Anderson tried to look up that far sideline, but just a little bit wide and bounces in front of the bass drum and the blind referee on the far side, dressed up in their Halloween costumes.
I am loving the ref outfit today.
Pass swung all the way across the field, too wide. That one coming from Shimkin. Attended for Carrie Abello on this near side. Just too far out towards her left. Couldn't quite get there.
And that's one of Penn State's problems right now is Michigan, they make an errant pass that goes out. Penn State recovers, and the first thing they do, they kick it out.
Scheinman just bodying Danielle Wolf there to retain possession. There's not many people on the pitch who can push Danielle Wolf around like that, and one of them is Scheinman, a big physical player in this Nittany lineup. Penn State now trying to get something going. Corey Dyke swings it all the way back across to Maddie Myers. Penn State still yet to get another shot on goal. It's been that number on the scoreboard, 2 shots for quite a while. Myers doing a nice job getting past Hawkinson. Passes towards the middle. And Leah Martin right there to take it away. It seems like any time Penn State tries to get anything going, the Wolverines are all over it. Pass way up, and Stratigakis has room to work now. Crosses back towards her left, working towards the middle. Pass up to Wolf. Wolf wanted her on the give and go, couldn't get it. Bridenstine coming up, and Penn State's going to kick it away. That's one that's going to go out of bounds, so Michigan will keep possession, but they had a good opportunity there. Penn State doing a nice job of recognizing what Michigan wanted to do. They wanted that give and go between Stratigakis and Danielle Wolf. They covered it well.
Absolutely. Credit to the Penn State defense there, playing very solid player-on-player coverage, able to steal that ball away after it took a little bit of a bounce off of one of the Michigan Wolverines off their feet.
Another substitution for the Maize and Blue. Sarah Stratigakis will check out. Lily Farkas will check in for her. 15:55 left to play here in the first half. Michigan still up 2-0. Pass up towards Hawkinson. Hawkinson to the far side. Bridenstine. She's got room to work. Doesn't like what she sees. Swings it all the way back. Skylar Anderson now towards the middle. Towards Coletta. Coletta up to Hawkinson. Hawkinson to Loftman. Loftman tried to get her the through ball. Penn State right there, but Loftman takes it back away. Jade Riviere moving up. She's got space. This one crossed towards the middle. Penn State right there on top of it, but Michigan takes it back away. Bridenstine lofts this one up. It's going to just hang up in the air in front of the net for a minute. Danielle Wolf able to get it back, using that strength and physicality that we mentioned before.
And credit to her patience letting that ball settle before she attempted to play it.
Pass up into Hawkinson. Now up towards Farkas, and Michigan's going to get called for offsides again.
Nice offensive streak by Michigan there. They're doing a great job in these past 2 minutes controlling the ball around the Penn State defense, despite Penn State's tight defensive structure today. And they're just finding those gaps. And as they push towards the goal, we can only expect them to see more and more opportunities. Leading in shots 7-2, still on the game. Shots on goal, 3 for Michigan, 0 shots actually hitting the goal for Penn State.
With now over half an hour elapsed here in the first half, Michigan has been completely in the driver's seat, currently leading 2-0. Got 7 shots on the board as opposed to Penn State's 2. And, I mean, time of possession really tells the story here. Michigan has been in control of the ball pretty much the entirety of the time. Jade Riviere using her speed, pushing deep up into Penn State territory now. Shot on goal, bounces hard off the left leg of Scheinman. Michigan able to get it back, though. Farkas is going to swing it all the way back to Aaliyah Martin. Martin, little pump fake there. Now over towards Anderson. Anderson up to Bridenstine. Middle, Hawkinson. Loftman. Far side, Bridenstine moving up towards Danielle Wolf. And Michigan again. They're going to get the whistle, and Penn State able to take it away for free once more.
These offsides just absolutely killing Michigan's offensive streak here. Every time they get something going, just that whistle blows. Penn State going to recover the ball.
13:20 left to play here. Asman set to kick it away. The wind blowing away from us here. Back towards the Michigan lacrosse complex out in front. Asman kicks this one away, and it's going to bounce right to Meredith Hawkinson. Penn State able to take it away, though, moving up that far sideline now. Pass towards the middle, but right into the left foot of Coletta. Michigan now, plenty of room to work. Farkas is near sideline to Jade Riviere. She's got to cover a lot of ground to get to it. Not the best pass, cut a little bit of the momentum. Swung towards the middle. Shepard now. Pass up Riviere, back to Loftman. Loftman, she's going to reset to Aaliyah Martin on this near side of midfield. Skylar Anderson now trying to take a look. Back to Martin. Martin up to Hawkinson. Hawkinson now creating space. Michigan now just passing the ball back and forth on that far sideline. Pass up towards Coletta. Martin now towards Shepard. Flipping the field. Shepard tried to do it herself there. Penn State able to take it away, but Shepard recovering and fixing her own mistake. She's moving up now. This one up towards the middle off the head of Ellie Wheeler. It's going to hang up in the air for a moment. Bridenstine, she's going to kick it. That one's going to bounce towards the goal, but too soft to really do any damage. Asman's going to come up and field that one.
A little bit of backspin on that shot will slow it down, too, make it much easier for the Penn State tender to get her hands on it as Penn State starts swinging it around in their back end.
Maddie Myers getting a one-on-one workout with Lily Farkas on that far side. Her pass up, taken away by Bridenstine. Michigan now has room to work. Moving up, pass towards Farkas on the far side. Farkas back to Anderson. Anderson, plenty of room towards the middle. Dangerous pass, but high risk, high reward. Penn State takes it away. Loftman was right there, the intended receiver. Abello and Dyke working one-on-one now, just trying to create space away from Loftman. Loftman doing a nice job of trying to play both of them, staying in the middle. 10:45 left to play here in the first half. The Wolverines up still 2-0. Penn State with an opportunity, moving deep into Michigan territory. Moving up now is going to be Sam Coffey. This one shot on goal, and Hillary Beal is going to come up and field it. Penn State was right there. Beal's pumped up, her first real save of the day.
Credit to Penn State, their first real shot on goal of the day at the same time.
Hawkinson now moving up, pass towards Danielle Wolf, and Wolf was looking the wrong way, able to speed up and get to it. So Michigan doesn't turn it over. Pass back towards the middle, towards Hawkinson. Wolverines lucky to not turn it over there, but they had a pretty good opportunity. Jade Riviere lofts this one towards the goal, and Asman's just going to come up and catch it in the air. Maddie Myers doing a nice job ducking out of the way at the last second.
Clock is ticked under 10 minutes here remaining in the first half. Michigan still dominating offensively with 9 shots to Penn State's 3. Again, 4 shots on goal for the Wolverines to 1 for the Nittany Lions.
You know, we mentioned that Michigan's just been dominating offensively. You look at one more stat in the stat sheet, though, that is a little bit concerning for the Michigan Wolverines. 3 offsides penalties to Penn State's 1. And Penn State's 1 offsides penalty, not really anything too substantial. They didn't really have anything going, but 2 out of the 3 from Michigan came in opportunities where they had really good positioning and had the numbers advantage on the Nittany Lions going the other way.
Absolutely. 2 complete momentum killers there for the Wolverines, and those, I'd say, have been the biggest detriment to their offense so far today.
Aaliyah Martin creating space by herself. Pass up to Bridenstine. Anderson now back to Hawkinson. Hawkinson's just going to reset to Aaliyah Martin. Hawkinson, nice move, swings it over to Sydney Shepard. Michigan now trying to flip the field. Near side to Riviere. Another nice move. Had Carriabello dancing out of her shoes there. Farkas, pass up towards Loftman. Loftman gives it right back. Nice move by Farkas. Michigan showing off their ball handling here. Pass up towards Loftman. Loftman back towards Riviere. Penn State getting put in an absolute blender right now.
You can hear the Wolverine faithful very excited just about.
Loftman's pass towards the middle. Meredith Hawkinson is going to head it, but it's going to be way high over the net.
Almost a strong opportunity there. Like I was saying, though, the Wolverine faithful pumped up. Michigan once again just dominating this Penn State defense despite the close play. They're finding the spaces, finding those gaps, and creating opportunities for themselves.
Emily Layson and Hannah Blake are going to check in. It'll be Meredith Hawkinson. Or correction, Rayleigh Loftman that checks out. For Michigan State, or Penn State rather, they'll make one substitution of their own. Elle Kirshner will come in. 7:30 left to play here in the first half. Michigan still up 2-0. If you're just joining us, they've been in complete control of this game. Martin, nice job there, making a defender miss. The oohs and ahs from the Michigan faithful here have been more and more consistent in the past few minutes. Michigan really showing off their stuff.
Fans are getting into it. Any of you at home, there's still time to come for the second half.
Swung back to Hawkinson. Hawkinson up to Wolf. Wolf Bridenstine. Michigan trying to get something going on that far sideline. Hannah Blake, her first time in the action today, swings it back to Skylar Anderson. Anderson back to Blake. Towards Martin. Martin Shepard, near side. Pass up towards Jade Riviere, gives it right back. Middle to Layson. Layson just pushed right down, and that's going to be a whistle on Penn State. It was Sam Coffey that came up behind her and just shoved her down on top of the ball. She has a quick word with the referee. She is not happy.
Does not look fun to just fall on top of a soccer ball. No true way to absorb that one.
Pass all the way across the pitch to Skylar Anderson. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. Anderson now lofts this one up towards Danielle Wolf. Wolf did a nice job. Nice athletic move to keep that one from going out of play. Blake swings it around the horn towards Martin. Martin Riviere right in front of the Penn State bench. Towards Farkas, a little closer to the middle of the field. Back to Riviere. Towards Martin. Right back. Martin, a little bit of a give and go. This one crossed towards the middle. Too wide. Maddie Myers is going to be right there, and Scheinman's going to kick it away. It's going to go right back to Meredith Hawkinson, though. 5:30 left to play here in Michigan on the attack. Danielle Wolf right around the goal. Shot towards the right and just wide.
What another amazing opportunity for the Wolverines coming off of a Penn State turnover.
The Michigan faithful thought that one went in. That one is about as close as it can get. From up here, it looked like it as well. Rode the right side or the left side of the net on the outside and got lodged behind.
Man, it's hard to watch that net ripple in that first second. You think you've got a goal. Another fantastic opportunity again, though, for the Michigan Wolverines. Dominating offensively. Can't think of the last time Penn State had a true offensive break. Wolverines up to 11 shots today to the Penn State Nittany Lions 3.
With under 5 minutes left to play here in the first half, Penn State makes another substitution. Riley Gleason will check in for Ellie Wheeler. Penn State tried the home run pass all the way down. Sydney Shepard just recovers and kicks it out of play to cut the momentum.
Nice way to set Penn State up in the Michigan zone, however. First time we've seen them get this deep in quite a while.
Ball battling both teams in that far corner. Michigan's going to take it away. Skylar Anderson launches it back towards midfield. Penn State able to get it back, but nowhere near as good as field position as they had just moments ago. It's going to be Hawkinson on the defense. Swung to Abello now. She's working one-on-one against Jade Riviere. Number 2 against number 2. This one up and on top of the net. Nice shot from Penn State. Another good scoring opportunity, but Hillary Beal didn't have to do much. Landed on the roof of her house.
And you've talked about how Penn State has set itself up into better positioning, but Michigan still boxing them out to the sides, not able to get those direct shots on net that you really need to score some goals here.
It'll be a corner kick for Penn State. Their first of the afternoon. This one lofted towards the middle, and Beal's just going to punch it away with 2 hands. Nice play there in net, and that one's going to be a shot on goal right into her hands, coming off the right foot of Corey Dyke. So 2 nice scoring opportunities, or 3 nice scoring opportunities, rather, in about the last 45 seconds for Penn State, but none able to find the back of the yellow net. 2-0, still the score here in Ann Arbor.
Testament to that strong Wolverine defense that we've been talking about, and to the fact that really 45 seconds of offensive play isn't going to be what wins you a game against a team as strong as the Wolverines.
The Michigan player hit the ground hard. It's Hannah Blake. Blake was holding that right shoulder for a minute now. She's up fine, shaking it off.
The Maize and Blue faithful not happy about the lack of a call from the officials here.
Hannah Blake almost got tabletop there. She went up and Penn State players just kind of cut her at the knees. 2:30 left to play here in the first half. The clock ticking down. We got the whistle to resume play. It's going to be Aaliyah Martin to kick it away. Up to Skylar Anderson. Anderson to Blake. Blake getting right back into the action. We're going to have another whistle, and that one's going to go against the Wolverines. It's going to be Penn State ball once more. Another offsides penalty against the Maize and Blue.
These offsides, again, just stopping all Michigan momentum every time they get that call.
Under 2 minutes here in the first half of play. Maddie Myers going to boot it deep into Michigan territory. Her and Aaliyah Martin just playing ping pong here. Myers doing a nice job boxing out Lily Farkas to let that ball go off a Michigan player, and it'll be Penn State ball with 1:40 left to play. Throw in will find its way to Jordan Caniff. Back to Corey Dyke. Dyke up to Myers. Michigan doing a nice job coming up, applying pressure. Skylar Anderson takes it away. Swung back to Aaliyah Martin. Martin's going to go all the way across the field to Hawkinson. Riviere looking up. That pass intended for Danielle Wolf, but Scheinman right there. And Aaliyah Martin comes up and takes it right away.
Fantastic steal.
That's just a great read. That's a veteran read from Aaliyah Martin there, recognizing the situation and coming up and taking that pass away. Bridenstine, she's got room to work now. Makes one defender miss. Pass up towards Danielle Wolf. A little bit too far. Right foot towards the goal. Asman lays out for that one. Getting dirty there around the net. Under a minute left to play here. 45 seconds left in the clock.
Danny Wolf doing a good job bringing some intensity against the Penn State offense for the first time in a few minutes there for the Wolverines. She's a great playmaker for this team.
Scheinman now moving up towards midfield with 30 seconds left. Penn State looking for a last-second goal here to get some momentum going into the half. Jade Riviere doing a nice job kicking it away. 20 seconds left. Penn State, desperation time for a goal now in half number 1.
Really looking to change the momentum heading into the second half.
Abello moving towards her left. This one lofted up, but well high. As the PA announcer and the fans count down from 10, both teams just going to head to their respective benches. And that's going to do it for half number 1. The Michigan Wolverines up 2-0 as they head into the locker rooms. Michigan in complete control of this game so far.
And what a first half we just saw. 2-0, the score of the whole game 10 days ago against these two programs. Both programs very competitive, but the Wolverines just dominating once again in shots, in possession time, in terms of defense, everything. They controlled the flow of this game. Penn State had a few breakthroughs. There was that 1 to 2 minute period a few minutes ago where Penn State had a few strong opportunities, but the scoreboard reflects what we've seen on the pitch today. A dominating Wolverines offense and a fantastic Wolverines defense that boxes out any Penn State offensive opportunities.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Owen. Michigan entirely in control of that first half. And with that will take us to halftime. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll meet you back here in about 10 minutes for second half action. Again, thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's soccer here live in Ann Arbor. My name has been Charlie Brigham, alongside me, Owen Crain. Until the second half, we'll leave you with a Go Blue.
Thriller.
Hello and welcome back to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's soccer. And more importantly, the first round of the Big Ten tournament. We got the Big Ten Tournament Quarterfinals today, a matchup between the Michigan Wolverines and the Penn State Nittany Lions. As we head into the second half, this game has been all Michigan all the time. Maize and Blue lead this one 2-0 as we head into second half action, and they lead in pretty much every other category as well. 12 shots, 5 shots on goal, 3 corner kicks, and 4 offsides penalties. That one's not the brightest of those, but on the other side for Penn State, only 4 shots. Half of those shots on goal and 3 saves and 4 fouls as well to their name. So the Nittany Lions got some catching up to do in second half action. My name is Charlie Brigham, alongside me, Ryan Dolson. We're looking forward to it. Should be a good second half.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad to be here. Sun is finally coming out again. When we, right before the game started, it was a beautiful day. Very few clouds in the sky, but since, there's been a brisk chill. Clouds have made their presence known, but the sun is shining on the field, so hopefully that's a good omen for the second half.
As the game progressed further on, it started to feel more and more like Halloween. Had a fun little costume contest at halftime for the kids in the stadium who dressed up to go down on the field and show their stuff.
So many wonderful costumes. I saw Iron Man out there. I saw the Hulk. That was crazy. Saw a couple of witches, saw a few wizards.
Both teams getting in their huddles. The Michigan Wolverines take the field. Both teams obviously will flip sides. So Hillary Beal heading over towards the goal to our right-hand side. Beal not having to do too much work today. He's got 2 saves, both of them pretty easy. Just kind of bouncing up into her hands on the other side, though. Catherine Asman has been having quite the day in goal. 12 shots sent her way, 5 shots on goal. You can see on that bright green jersey plenty of mud stains from putting her body on the line to try and help out her Nittany Lions.
She has been playing very impressive. Unfortunately, 12 shots on goal, 3 corner kicks. It's going to be rough for even the best goalies in the world.
It'll be Michigan to kick it off to start. It'll be Danielle Wolf. Around her in a semicircle, it's Sammy Woods, Riley Loftman, and Sarah Stratigakis on this near side. Right in front of the Michigan bench is Nikki Hernandez, and we are off. Quick recap of those first 2 goals. First one came off an assist from Loftman that found the head of Nikki Hernandez. The second one, Hernandez with the assist, creating a lot of space using her speed. Pass towards Loftman up in the box, and a left foot strike to find the back of the goal past Catherine Asman.
Some absolutely beautiful goals in that first half. Michigan started out strong. They scored very early into the first half. And, apart from a couple decent looks, it really seems like Penn State has not had much of an answer.
Sarah Stratigakis moving up, finding some space. Penn State kicks it right away. Coletta getting right in on the action. Jade Riviere heads it up. She's got Sammy Woods. Woods to the middle for Stratigakis. Reset, swings all the way back outside to Riviere once more. This one passed towards the middle, intended for Nikki Hernandez. Penn State kicks it away, but it's going to be Skylar Anderson to come up and keep it in possession of Michigan. Pass up to Stratigakis. Quick shot on goal, but batted away off the left foot of Olivia D'Amico. Penn State getting into the action now, going on the offensive end. Swung all the way back across, moving up. Some physical play between Maddie Myers and Nikki Hernandez on this near side.
A few shoves there.
Pass from Stratigakis up, intended for a running Sammy Woods, and that ball looked like it might have died, but Penn State let it drop for a minute. Finally, Kate Weisner comes over and fields it. Penn State now swinging the ball around the horn. That stat we mentioned a few times earlier. when leading at halftime. Michigan is currently 8-0-1 this season. They've got a record of 8-1-1 when scoring first. Both of those rang true for the Maize and Blue to start this one. Shot on goal is going to go right into the hands of Hillary Beal. That one kept low and on the ground, coming off the right foot of midfielder Sam Coffey.
An easy save for her. Gives Penn State their 5th shot on goal for the day.
Beal will just toss it up to Loftman. Quick dump off to Jade Riviere. She's moving up with plenty of room now. Danielle Wolf gives it right back. Pass up towards Stratigakis. Stratigakis to Wolf. Wolf taking her time. Pass to that far corner for Loftman. Loftman gets past her defender. She's got a shot towards the middle. Tried to get it past Corey Dyke, but she's right there. Michigan able to get it back. Loftman will reset. Loftman gets it right back. Puts this one towards the middle. Header from Danielle Wolf is going to bounce wide right of the net. Asman was right there, had it bounce to her, but
just a little too far right, unfortunately.
Michigan now way out in front in the shot total, 14 to Penn State's 5.
I mean, I definitely don't want to, speak too soon or anything, but it's very much reminded me of early on in the first half. Penn State could just not get anything going offensively, just constantly having to reset and just being unable to get anything going. Michigan stealing the ball or Michigan just taking control.
Asman kicks it away. Ricochets off both Samuel Woods and Kate Weisner. Woods making a nice move to get past her. She'll pass it back. Michigan swinging it around the horn now. It's going to be Loftman pushing it up the middle. Pass up towards Danielle Wolf. Wolf's got a shot on goal. Across towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez back towards the middle. Penn State almost scores on themselves. Ball ricocheted all over the place. Michigan had a nice shot there. They'll get it back. Stratigakis working one-on-one. She'll kick it off Maddie Myers. It'll stay Michigan ball. It'll be a Skylar Anderson throw-in. Quick dump off to Stratigakis. Gives it right back to Anderson. Towards the middle to Coletta. Nice cross to her right foot. Loftman now. Pass towards Sammy Woods. Working back towards the middle. Pass up to Loftman. She's got space. Shot on goal right into the hands of Asman.
Had a great look on it. Just goalie was right there for it.
That one about as easy as they come for a good goalkeeper like Catherine Asman. That one straight on, just a little bit above her head. Asman's punt all the way down. It's going to go off the head of Aaliyah Martin. And Loftman's going to kick it away the other side. That ball slowly dying down, but it'll just make its way out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Penn State. Kate Weisner tosses it into Jilly Shimkin. Weisner's going to get it back. Surveying the field. Her pass intended for the middle, but Coletta takes it away. Sammy Woods looking for Sarah Stratigakis in the middle, but Penn State able to take that one away. Now they're heading on the attack the other side. Jilly Shimkin, pass up. That one's going to be towards Elle Kirshner, and out of nowhere comes Nikki Hernandez getting right back into the defensive action.
It's a little slow to get up on that one, but it's coming back up, thankfully. Had me worried for a second.
Danielle Wolf pushing the ball up now. She's just going to pass it back towards Hillary Beal. Beal's going to kick this one well away. Deep line drive. Over the head of Sammy Woods, the intended recipient on that pass. It'll bounce up to Ellie Wheeler. Wheeler making her way towards midfield, swinging around the horn. She's got Scheiman now. Back towards Maddie Myers, right in front of the Michigan bench. Miscommunication between Myers and now Kirshner is just going to hand the ball over to Michigan for free. Skylar Anderson's throwing up towards Nikki Hernandez. Pass up towards Loftman. Towards Danielle Wolf. Wolf will work back to her left, now spinning towards her right. Shot on goal from well outside. Nasman's going to come up and field that one cleanly. Stratigakis is right there for anything to bounce her way. .38 minutes left to play here in regulation.
Michigan maintains a very solid 2-0 goal lead.
Asman kicks this one away. She's going to bounce up right towards Ellie Schlegel. Good to see her back out there. Saw her have to take some injury time twice during that first half. Second time was long enough where she took a break on the sidelines. Penn State moving up deep towards Michigan territory. Hillary Beal, nice block there. Elle Kirshner with the left foot tried to get one towards the middle. First real shot attempt we've seen from Penn State in quite some time. 37-30 left to play. Beal kicks it right away directly to Maddie Myers. Michigan takes it away. Penn State trying to recover. Danielle Wolf moving up. Pass towards Nikki Hernandez on the left side. That went off the face of Maddie Myers. Hernandez able to get it back. Pass towards Skylar Anderson. Anderson gives it right back to Hernandez. Back to Anderson. This near side corner. This one crossed towards the middle to Loftman. Bobbed up in the air. What a shot that was from Loftman. Coming off that right back heel.
That was a nice save by Penn State defenders as well to get the ball out of there.
Coletta and Sam Coffey collide there. Whistle's going to give it to Penn State, but Coffey just gives it right away. Kicks it right towards Sydney Shepard. Michigan swinging it around the horn here. Loftman taking her time. That one was up intended for Sammy Woods, but well outside, not a play. Kate Wisner set to throw in right in front of the Michigan faithful on the other side.
She's looking around, cannot seem to find who she was looking for.
Throw-in's going to get battered around a few times, but the Wolverines are going to come up with it. Leah Martin passes back towards Hillary Beal. Beal to weigh her options, and eventually she's just going to give it right back to Martin on a little tap. Martin with plenty of room to work. This one pass well up for Sarah Stratigakis. She's got a one-on-one. Stratigakis, left foot bounces off the recovering defender, Scheiman. Great recovery there by Scheiman, the defender, to get back and cut that fast break at the knees. Stratigakis had a clean one-on-one. Pretty much all statistics favor Michigan there. Asman boots it away. Leah Martin right there to take it back. Penn State hands it over, but Danielle Wolf takes it right back. Michigan showing their aggressiveness here early in half number 2. Pass towards Nikki Hernandez on the near side. Working one-on-one. Getting to the ground. Pass towards the middle is going to be knocked up in the air. Still in play. Sammy Woods kicks it all the way back across to Loftman. That ball stayed in the air for quite some time.
Looked like it was going out, but no. A header by Penn State keeps the ball in play.
Stratigakis pass intended for Danielle Wolf. Penn State's going to kick it away, and Loftman's just going to let it roll out of bounds. Quick throw into Jade Riviere on her near side. Riviere launches this one all the way across. Hernandez back to Skylar Anderson. Pass up to Hernandez. Hernandez gives it right back. A little bit of give and go action. Anderson back to Hernandez with plenty of space. Pass up to Wolf. Wolf, nice little fake there. Shot to the right side. And that one's going to be wide right. Has been laid out for it. Nice shot from Danielle Wolf, but just too much power on it.
Looks like it might have kissed the right post, if I'm not. Or maybe perhaps that's just what it looked like from up here.
Shot by Danielle Wolf out top right. So the score will stay 2-0. 34 minutes left to play here in first round action of the Big Ten tournament.
We had discussed it before the game started, but as we mentioned, Michigan is 8-0-1 when leading at the half and 8-1-1 when scoring first. And, of course, being up 2-0, they have succeeded in both goals.
Asman kicks it away, and Danielle Wolf's just going to boot it right back out of bounds. So not much changed rather than the position that Penn State's going to get this one to start. We'll have a quick substitution. Coming out and heading to the bench is Jilly Shimkin, and checking in for her is Jordan Caniff. Saw Caniff have some great relief minutes later in the first half of this one. Penn State trying to get something going now. Nice pass up. They've got room to work. That one to Abello. Abello, she's got to pass up. that one passed towards Kate Weisner. She's going to loft it across and a little wide of the net, but Penn State still has it. Elle Kirshner passes back to Sam Coffey. Coffey up to Abello. Great recovery there by the Michigan defense to settle back in. Maddie Myers, near side, Kirshner, working one-on-one against Anderson. Pass towards the middle, and Coletta's right there to take it away. Loftman now moving the ball up for Michigan. Pass back to Sammy Woods. Dribbler to this near side will find its way to Skylar Anderson. Hernandez trying to use her speed here, working back towards the middle from the left side. She's tripped up. No whistle. Ball will stay on the ground. Another player tripped up.
Still no whistle.
Penn State, after the dust clears, in possession of the ball. Danielle Wolf coming up, applying defensive pressure. 32 minutes left to play here. The Wolverines up still 2-0. Ball's going to get swung all the way back around the horn till it finds Maddie Myers on this near sideline in front of the Michigan bench. Time running out for Penn State here. 31 minutes left to play.
Ball's going to roll harmlessly out of play there.
Again, just looking at the board right now tells the story of this game. Michigan's time of possession has been far and away better than Penn State's. 17 shots total to Penn State's only 6.
Michigan's had 3 corner kicks, one of which giving them their first goal in the game compared to Penn State's 1.
It was a 2-man game between Ellie Wheeler and Maddie Myers. Eventually finds its way towards the middle, but Michigan able to take it away. Danielle Wolf was right there, but handed it right back over. Scheinman, nice defensive play there. 30 minutes left. Jade Riviere hits the ground hard. Quick little elbow from Carrie Abello left the Michigan fans a little unhappy.
It's been some rough play these past few minutes, to say the least.
Penn State moving the ball up deep into Michigan territory now. Abello just taking her time. Pass far side for Weisner. Weisner up towards the middle. It's going to bounce harmlessly over the head of Hillary Beal, and she's got plenty of time to recover. Beal will finally pick it up and quick throw it into Skylar Anderson. Penn State a little bit out of position here. Could be an opportunity for the Wolverines. Pass up to Danielle Wolf. Wolf to Hernandez. Hernandez up to Loftman. Loftman, nice pass to Danielle Wolf. Cross towards the middle. Penn State right there. We're going to have a whistle. And that one's going to be offsides once more against the Maize and Blue.
There's certainly one negative to be made on the Michigan team. I mean, just that's the 4th offsides call today, I believe. And, I mean, it is killing a lot of great opportunities they've had. A lot of good scoring chances, good shots on goal chances that just blown dead.
That ball lofted all the way down the field by Penn State. And Aaliyah Martin's going to kick this one up in the stands. And nice catch by the fan down in front of us. He's got a souvenir, but she'll throw it back in.
Good sport. Going to toss it back in.
It's going to be a throw-in from Ellie Wheeler. Penn State maybe has something going out. Cross towards the middle. Shot on goal. That went up a little bit high. Coming off the right foot of Abello. Best chance Penn State has had all day. Got a few more games today in the first round of this Big Ten tournament. Wisconsin plays Rutgers, the 1 seed, later today at 3:30. Iowa and Michigan State will also face off in first-round matchup. In the last first-round matchup of this 8-team tournament, the number 2 seed Purdue Boilermakers face off against the number 7 Ohio State Buckeyes. Clock ticks under 28 minutes here in Ann Arbor as the temperature continues to drop.
Definitely making me wish I brought a jacket.
Michigan takes that one right away. Nice pass by Nikki Hernandez, but Penn State read it well. Maddie Myers there on the defense, but kicks it out of play. Skylar Anderson to throw in now from directly in front of the Penn State bench. Her throw-in goes right to Maddie Myers, who knocks it out of bounds again. A little bit of deja vu here. Throw-in once more off Maddie Myers, but this time Wolf gets possession. Headed towards the middle. She's got plenty of room to work. Gets the ball a little out in front of her, and she hits the ground hard. She's going to sit there for a moment and now finally make her way to her feet. A little slow to get up. Wolf had a good opportunity there, just got a little bit too far ahead of herself, and Penn State able to take it away. 2-0 is the score still. Michigan well out in front.
Penn State is definitely going to need an answer. They're going to need some type of response as time is slowly ticking down for them.
The Wolverines right now showing why they're the number 17th team in the country, nationally ranked, and showing the Big Ten why they should be number 3 in this bracket. Nikki Hernandez, nice defensive play there to stop the momentum from Maddie Myers. 26.5 minutes left. Myers' throw-in goes right to Skylar Anderson. Michigan's been all over these throw-ins from Penn State. Myers tried to get around the outside, or Anderson rather, tried to get around the outside. We're going to have a quick substitution. Meredith Hawkinson's going to check in for Sammy Woods.
Michigan throwing the ball in from out of bounds yet again.
Michigan got a chance here. Moving the ball deep into Penn State territory. Penn State able to take it away. Abello now moving up the field with plenty of speed. Working one-on-one against Coletta. Penn State now showing signs of life we haven't really seen from them all day. Aaliyah Martin's going to kick this one up. What looked like it was going to go out of play, but Hawkinson making a nice read to get over to it. Pass up to Loftman, right back to Hawkinson. Up to Wolf. Gives it right back. Michigan doing a nice job slowing down the tempo here while still staying aggressive. They're well out in front, so no reason to push and rush things. Penn State trying to recover here.
Once again, having to reset. So many instances where Michigan's defense has been so on top of them. Penn State can't get anything going past the midfield mark.
Penn State moving deep into Michigan territory. Shot. It's going to bounce off the left foot of Sydney Shepard and make its way over towards Hillary Beal, able to come up and recover. So Penn State still unable to find the back of the net. 24-15 left to play here.
Michigan is going to boot it into Penn State territory.
Nikki Hernandez now making her way up into Penn State territory. Looking at the other game going on currently, Iowa leads Michigan State 1-0. So a little bit of an upset alert in East Lansing. Michigan moving the ball deep into Penn State territory now. Danielle Wolf, plenty of room to work. Nice through ball to Sarah Stratigakis. Stratigakis shot on goal to the left side. What a save by Asman.
Managed to just barely get her hands on that one. As good of a look as you'll ever see.
Sydney Shepard gets this one deep into Penn State territory, but they're able to take it away. Hernandez unable to handle it cleanly. Hernandez still moving the ball deep down in Nittany Lion territory. This one passed towards the middle. Loftman tripped up. The Michigan fans
whistle.
very unhappy with that one.
No whistle called yet again.
Coletta from way out. That one just high. We're going to have another substitution. Emily Layson's going to come in and check in for Coletta. Also checking in is Lily Farkas. She's going to come in and give Sarah Stratigakis a rest. 22 minutes left to play here.
Michigan faithful starting to get real rowdy here.
Take a quick break for these substitutions. It'll be Asman to kick it away. Still in the 76th minute up in East Lansing. The Hawkeyes out in front of the Spartans 1-0. Here in Ann Arbor, Wolverines up 2-0. 22 minutes left to play. Penn State going to need to get something going here as the clock ticks lower and lower. Nice save there from Aaliyah Martin to stop the Penn State run. Penn State tried to get a quick one by, but the referee's all over it, and so all the momentum is going to be cut from the Nittany Lions and taken out of their sails.
Allows Michigan to get set up defensively.
Allie Schlegel will check back in for Penn State. Nice pass up. He's got plenty of room up to Kate Weisner. Her pass towards the middle to Corey Dyke. Dyke able to recover. Penn State swings the ball all the way over to Maddie Myers. Myers looking for the middle, and Aaliyah Martin diving to head that one out. Abello.
Still going to stay in Penn State possession, but...
Passing up to Weisner. Weisner working one-on-one against Jade Riviere. Riviere just takes it away. Weisner tried to give Jade Riviere a little bit of a taste of her own medicine. But the veteran player in that Michigan lineup all over that one. Pass to Aaliyah Martin on this near side. Now swung up to Skylar Anderson. Anderson up towards Farkas. Farkas has plenty of room to work. Moving towards the middle, up towards Loftman. Loftman across the way to Hawkinson. Hawkinson, nice little move, trying to gain some space. Can't quite find anything. Swung back over to Riviere. Riviere up towards Emily Layson. Layson to the corner. She's got Loftman alone. This one crossed towards the middle, and that one's going to find the hands of Catherine Asman. 20 minutes left to play here in Ann Arbor. Asman taking their time. Danielle Wolf coming up and applying some pressure. Not letting Penn State get comfortable. Martin heads that one away. Layson now. Sydney Shepard will keep it on the ground up towards Nikki Hernandez. Hernandez working with her left foot. Using her speed, passes up towards Lily Farkas. Farkas, nice pass through to Hernandez. Hernandez tripped on the ball a little bit, and that gives Penn State enough time to recover. Maddie Myers to take it away. Her pass up towards Rachel Wasserman. Too hot for Wasserman to handle. It's going to go out of play, and it'll be a Skylar Anderson throw-in with under 19 minutes left to play here. Wolf now back to Anderson. Up towards Hernandez. That ball kicked out towards the corner, and that one's going to head the other way off the left foot of Hernandez. It'll be a throw-in for Myers. Michigan has done a great job thus far in these past few minutes of just slowing down the pace of play. Obviously, Michigan likes to get out and run, and just as I say that, Hawkinson gets towards the middle, and she's gotten the ball taken away from her. Had a shot.
Penn State defenders just tragically all over on that one.
Ellie Wheeler now moving the ball up, swings it over the field to Myers. Myers swinging it right back to that same side, gets it back. Weighing her options here, tries this one up towards Wasserman's going to go well over her head. Martin's got plenty of room to cover to get over to it. Schlegel coming up to apply pressure. Martin able to give it up to Anderson. Anderson gets this one well up. Maddie Myers right there, though. 18 minutes left to play here. Penn State's got to get something going. They're running out of time. Kate Weisner to this near side to Myers. Myers and pass on this near side intended for Wasserman. Miscommunication between them. It's going to lead to a turnover. Michigan ball. Throw into Farkas. Up towards Hernandez. Hernandez gives it right back. Penn State now on the attack. Sloppy play from both teams, just giving the ball back and forth. Couple turnovers in that span of about 5 seconds there. Penn State's going to come up with it. Just as I say that, they turn it over once again.
Gonna pass it over to the goalie.
Beal kicks it away. Penn State sends it right back. Michigan able to take it away now. 17 minutes left to play here on a chilly Halloween morning.
Neither team really able to hold on to a strong possession of the ball this past minute or so.
Pass up towards Anderson. Anderson back to the middle to Layson. Layson now swinging it around the horn. Shepard creating some space. Nice pass all the way up to Danielle Wolf. Too hot. Just over to her right side. Penn State's going to take it away. It's Corey Dyke. Moving up, Wasserman. Back towards the middle. She's going to hand it away. Loftman had it. That pass just over the head of Nikki Hernandez. It's going to be Penn State ball once more. Have a whistle and some substitutions coming in. Sammy Woods is going to check in for Danielle Wolf for the Michigan Wolverines. And Ellie Wheeler will check out.
Coming up on about 16 minutes left in the half. Michigan still holds a 2-0 lead over Penn State.
Another quick look around the field of play in the Big Ten tournament. Iowa still up 1-0 over Michigan State in the 82nd minute out in East Lansing.
Would be a huge upset already in the first round of this tournament. Iowa being the 5 seed, Michigan State being the 4 seed.
Here the Michigan fans getting real rowdy as Penn State tries to throw it in here with 15 and a half left to play. Layson doing a nice job for the Wolverines of just getting in the muck of things, trying to cause some chaos. Aaliyah Martin takes her time, passes it back to Hillary Beal. Beal, the goalkeeper, making her way up. Back to Martin. Martin has space to work now after the reset. Up towards Anderson. Anderson tries to cross over to her right, gets it taken away. Tries to recover. And does. It'll be Michigan ball on a throw-in. 2 substitutions coming in. It's going to be Hannah Blake as well as Coletta. Blake will come in for Loftman. Coletta in for Layson.
Ball nearly goes into the stands on that one.
And one more substitution as well. Casey Lawrence for the Wolverines will check in for Nikki Hernandez.
Anderson throwing the ball in.
Throw-in finds its way through some traffic up to Sammy Woods. Martin now all the way around the horn. That one just over the head of Riviere.
Gonna fall over into the Michigan student bleachers.
Penn State now all the way back around. This pass up intended for Wasserman. Anderson's just going to head it out of play and almost up into the stands again. Those fans in the front row getting some action here with 13:30 left to play. The Michigan Wolverines still up 2-0.
Fans getting very rowdy on this Penn State throw-in.
Nice pass. Gives Penn State some space. That shot on goal well over the net. $13:20 left to play here. Penn State running out of time in Ann Arbor.
2 early goals in the first half for Michigan have made all the difference in this game, to say the least.
Beal taking her time to kick this one in. Quick scoring summary. At the 9:52 mark, Hernandez found the back of the net for the first time for the Wolverines off the assist from Loftman, and then in the 21st minute, Loftman found the back of the net off assist from Nikki Hernandez, flipping the script there to Leah Tolbert, also getting the assist credit on that one. We're going to have a whistle as Jade Riviere is pushed in the back. Abello going to get the call on that one. Sydney Shepard taking her time, kicking this one in. Michigan, again, just working that clock, wasting as much time as possible. Under 12.5 minutes left to play. Michigan's total shot count now approaching 20, sitting just below it at 19. Penn State at only 8. Penn State will reset. Little pass back to Asman. Boots it towards midfield. Penn State now has a little bit of something going on. Hawkinson takes it right away. Cuts all momentum that Penn State had put together. Shepard now up, just trying to waste time. It's going to be Coletta. Pass to this near side. That one up, intended for Casey Lawrence. Penn State there to take it away. Trying to get something together now. Making their way through. That pass intended on the far side for Kate Weisner, but Hannah Blake doing a nice job. Nice athletic play there to get her leg on it. We're going to have some more substitutions checking in for Penn State. It's going to be Jilly Shimkin, Jordan Caniff, as well as Kate Weisner checking in.
Penn State going to get a very crucial corner kick here late in the game.
Correction, Ellie Wheeler, the last one checking in for the Nittany Lions. It will be their first corner kick in a long time, only second of the match. Wolverines and Nittany Lions alike packing the box. This one is just going to be kicked right out of bounds. Penn State kind of wasting that opportunity.
Chisna, easy pass to a nearby teammate instead of taking a shot on goal. Very interesting tactic there. Did not seem to work out for him.
Shepard moving the ball up now towards Riviere. She's got two defenders on her, trying to create some space. This pass well up the field. Sammy Woods has room to run. Scheinman's just going to kick it out of play, very similar to that last instance we saw with Leah Martin, just wasting time, cutting the fast break at the knees. 10 minutes and 10 seconds left to play here from the UMich Soccer Stadium. Wolverines still out in front, 2-0.
Penn State's opportunities, the amount of time they have left, just slowly dwindling down, second by second.
Nice defensive play there on the throw-in for Penn State. Leads to a turnover. Myers now up towards Wheeler. Wheeler, nice pass all the way up towards Schlegel. Collides with Aaliyah Martin.
That one is going to go into the stands this time.
And it looks like it's going to be Michigan ball. Aaliyah Martin doing a nice job there, signaling to the referee that while she might have been the last one to kick it, it did ricochet off a Penn State player. Sub 10 minutes left to play here. Skylar Anderson's throw-in's going to make its way up towards Lily Farkas. Farkas, nice pass up towards Sammy Woods with room for more. This one pass to Hannah Blake is going to get tipped up and just too far for Blake to handle. Michigan had another opportunity there, and that one would have just been an insurance goal.
Would have really put the nail in the coffin in this spooky Halloween Big Ten matchup.
Michigan fans getting loud here. It's going to be a corner kick for the Wolverines. It's going to be Blake to take it. Michigan's fourth corner of the afternoon. Clock ticking under 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Blake gets this one towards the middle. Header's going to almost make its way there. Made it past the goalie, Asman.
But a Penn State defender right there, kick it out.
Martin, pass up to Hawkinson, deep in Penn State territory, moving towards the middle. She's tripped up, gets back on her feet, gets possession of the ball back. She'll swing it back to Hannah Blake. Blake towards the middle to Farkas. Farkas, pass up intended for Sammy Woods. Penn State kicks it away once more.
Michigan fans very unhappy about the lack of a whistle on that one.
Did you hear chants of start the buses?
Brutal.
Michigan now moving up. They've got some more momentum. Casey Lawrence pass to Sammy Woods in the corner. 7:45 left to play here. That 2-0 deficit for Penn State just looking harder and harder to overcome here as the clock ticks down.
Penn State really just all game has not had an answer for those 2 early goals from Michigan. They have been desperately trying to play keep up for the rest of the game, and Michigan has not given them an inch.
Nikki Hernandez is going to come check in for Meredith Hawkinson. Throw in from deep near the corner. It's going to be Skylar Anderson to toss it in.
Under 7 minutes left to play in the second half.
Dribbler into Hannah Blake. Blake passes it away, gets it right back. This one crossed towards the middle. Penn State right there to take it away. It's Abello. Going to have a whistle, and Abello's going to get called for a foul there. Kind of hooked the Michigan player, Casey Lawrence, visibly unhappy with that call.
Referees have been very lenient today with the whistles and on their calls. It's, very interesting.
It's going to be Hannah Blake to take this free kick. This clock ticks down. Just 6 minutes left here in Ann Arbor. This one from Blake right into the hands of Asman. Nice shot, but just couldn't quite find space. The final from East Lansing. Iowa pulls off the upset, 1-0. The final there, so the Spartans out of contention in the Big Ten tournament. The Hawkeyes advance, and they will play the winner of Rutgers and Wisconsin.
Penn State playing with a heightened sense of urgency and a little bit of desperation here.
You're going to have a quick whistle. It was all sorts of players hitting the ground. It's going to be a corner kick for Penn State with 5:30 left to play here.
That was the real, honestly, best-looking shot they've had all half, in my personal opinion.
Elle Kirshner is going to check in for Jilly Shimkin. And it'll be Sam Coffey to take the corner. Penn State needs this one here if they want a shot of tying this one up. The pass, and that one's going to find the back of the net. Cross towards the middle from Sam Coffey.
Penn State finally has a response in this game under 5 minutes. Migs got to wonder, is it going to be enough? Very little time left, and with how this Michigan defense has been playing, I mean,
Allie Schlegel gets credit for the goal there. Fighting through adversity. We mentioned she was injured twice at the start of this game, had to come out of the game at one point, but showing that she's not out of the fight, and neither are her Penn State Nittany Lions. Under 5 minutes left to play here. 4:58 is the clock, and Penn State on the board for the first time. 2-1 sits the score. Pass all the way up to Sammy Woods. She's got some room to work, but doesn't have numbers. Scheiman working right on her back. Woods doing a great job of just wasting time deep in that corner. As the ball hits the post in the corner, Woods takes it back away from Scheiman.
Gonna stay in bounds. Never actually seen anything like that happen before.
Ball finally makes its way out of bounds, but it's going to be another corner kick for Michigan. Hannah Blake taking her sweet time getting over to that ball. Just wasting as much time as possible.
I mean, that's the tactic as it stands right now for Michigan.
Blake just gives it into Farkas. Farkas again working back towards that corner. Gives it back to Blake. Pass up. It's going to be Coletta. Back towards Aaliyah Martin. Penn State is now in a full-out sprint on the defensive end. They've got to try to take this ball away as their time is just running thinner and thinner by the second. Hernandez working her way down to the corner. Boxing out 2 defenders, and that one's going to be Penn State ball going the other way. Michigan unhappy with that call.
Penn State rushing to get that ball back into play.
Hernandez right there to take it away again, and she's going to head right back to that corner and try to waste some more time. Pushed down, but gets back on her feet and recovers. Getting shoved all over the place. It's going to be out of bounds again, and Penn State heading the other way. 3:15 left to play.
Second by second, the clock begins to dwindle. No, it appears it's going to be a Michigan ball, actually.
Anderson throws it in. She's got Coletta. Back to Shepard. Shepard up to Anderson. Anderson tripped, and that's going to give Penn State the opportunity to take it away. Penn State moving up now, and they kick it out of bounds. It was Anderson recovering nicely, working right on that left hip of Elle Kirshner. Kirshner unable to handle the pressure.
Penn State trying to take control, accidentally going to knock the ball out of bounds. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Desperation time for the Nittany Lions. Down 2-1. Now under 2.5 minutes left in regulation.
Nittany Lions playing with an intensity we have not seen from them all game.
Pass up from Aaliyah Martin. Nikki Hernandez has plenty of space to work. Elects to play it safe and just try and waste some more time in that far corner.
Had a look at a potentially great-looking shot, but like you said, deciding to be safe with it.
Penn State throwing finds its way up towards Jordan Caniff, working one-on-one against Skylar Anderson, trying to get to the outside. That one knocked off a few players, and now it's going to get called Michigan ball. The referee shares a quick word with Caniff, who just threw the ball towards Skylar Anderson, just out of frustration. Very sloppy play between both teams. Clock now under 2 minutes. That ball hasn't made its way out of that deep left corner in quite some time. Allie Schlegel, who has the lone goal for Penn State, tried to hit a streaking Caniff up the field. And now with under 1.5 minutes left, Penn State has a decent opportunity. Michigan takes it away, and they're just going to waste as much time as possible. That ball up to Sammy Woods. Over midfield, Michigan takes it away. Coletta now up towards Hernandez.
Going to move it towards that corner once again.
Michigan fans getting louder here. Hernandez wasting time. Under 1 minute left on the clock.
Victory looking more and more certain for this Wolverine squad, but never say never. Game's not over until the whistle blows. Penn State likely going to have one last shot. Perhaps
Hannah
not.
Blake has potential. That pass up towards Casey Lawrence. Shot on goal. Makes its way past the keeper and finds its way into the back of the net.
Just to rub salt on the wound of this Penn State team. Michigan will reclaim a 2-goal lead with 30 seconds left, 31 seconds left. I mean, that's got to do it. That's got to finish it off right there.
Casey Lawrence in the later minutes of this game, in probably the highest stress moment of this entire game, finds the back of the net off the assist from Hannah Blake, Lily Farkas. And now that one pretty much puts the final nail in the coffin. You can see these Penn State Nittany Lions look defeated.
An absolute heartbreaker of a goal for Penn State.
Lawrence, after that goal, ran right over to celebrate with her teammates on the sideline. 18 seconds left to play here.
Penn State going to throw the ball in from out of bounds, but you can see the lack of energy, the lack of desperation on this Penn State team.
4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to do it. The Michigan team storms the field. and the Wolverines take the first round of the Big Ten tournament away from the Penn State Nittany Lions. Their second straight win against this conference opponent. They played them 10 days ago exactly. Won 2-0 here on a chilly, rainy night in Ann Arbor. Come out today on Halloween morning and take it to them again. 2 goals in the first half coming from Loftman and Hernandez. And then to seal it off, the late minute goal in the 89th minute coming from Casey Lawrence. What a day it was to be a Michigan Wolverine. As both teams shake hands, we would like to thank everyone for tuning in to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's soccer live here from the Michigan Soccer Complex. Michigan will move on to the semifinal round of the Big Ten tournament. They will face the winner of number 2 Purdue and number 7 Ohio State. But with that, my name has been Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, it was Owen Crain and Ryan Dolson. Again, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in. We're going to leave you like we always do, this time with a happy Halloween, a good night, and a Go Blue.